This is Paul McKenna for PT Boxing. I'm here today with Anthony Joshua, signing some gloves for some fans. Just finished some training session now. Ahead of your next fight, September 12th. You're fighting Gary Cornish for the Commonwealth title.
Yeah.
Preparations all going well, Anthony, for the fight?
So far so good. But you really never know how you feel until you're in there.
Yeah.
After a couple of rounds, but I'm confident.
Yeah. Obviously after September 12th, already, you know, a pending date for the British title against Dylan Whyte at December 12th again at the O2.
Yeah.
You know, it's a massive fight. It's, you know, two titles in a row for you and two undefeated fighters. So
yeah,
looking forward to the challenge.
That's really good, actually. You mentioned that 2 undefeated fighters, 2 titles. If everything goes to plan, then it really puts me in a good position moving forward into 2016.
Yeah.
You know, that's why these 2 fights are important.
Most definitely. Gary Cornish is, you know, as I've just said, undefeated, and you know, he's a younger fighter and he's a live opponent, and people are going to be expecting, you know, it to be your toughest test to date. But obviously, it's then up to you to go out there and show them that it's just another easy fight for AJ.
That's what makes it exciting when you do stuff like that. When people think, oh, this guy's gonna give him problems, and then you go out there and you annihilate your opponent in good fashion.
Yeah.
That's when people think, oh, did you see it? Did you see it? And then they want to come back. So
Yeah.
I agree with what you're saying. It will be tough because he's undefeated and there's a belt on the line.
Yeah.
So what that does, it puts a bit more hunger and purpose into someone's performance. But if I can go out there and just dispatch of Gary Cornish with ease,
Yeah.
you know, I think that'll send a good message out to the division.
Yeah.
And it'll be a good win ahead of December the 12th as well.
Most definitely. You know, as far as the Commonwealth title goes, was it always a plan in your head, that a title that you wanted to win?
Yeah, if you look back on like when I turned pro,
Mm.
you know, we always said we want to do the traditional route, we want to do Commonwealth, British, European, and world. I always said that.
Yeah.
So I'm just sticking to what I wanted to do in the first place.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. That's why we're going that route.
Yeah, well, you know, as you just mentioned, then, you know, the traditional route after British is the European title. You know, it wasn't too long ago now, just a couple of weeks ago, that the European heavyweight title was fought for by David Price and Erkan Tepe. A lot of people expect the Price to come out, you know, successful in that fight, but, you know, it was a pretty shock stoppage.
Yeah, because I think Price is an Olympian, so he's always and he's like 6 foot something, and he can punch. So there's always going to be those expectations weighed on Price's shoulders, of course. But as well, like Erkan Tepe, I'm not saying he's a world title contender, but at European level, he's dangerous. But unless you do your research in boxing, and you would have known that he has some dangers about him. You know, and it was a good fight. But I think what it is with people is that when they put their hopes and expectations on Price, as you said, they want him to go out there and make an embarrassment of Tepe.
Yeah.
Just didn't live up to expectation.
Yeah.
But it's a fickle sport, boxing, and at 1 minute people are with you, next minute you're a has-been. So
Exactly.
he's got to try and bring himself back, which I think he can. As I said, he's big, he can punch. And just work on a bit of defence kind of thing. Kind of what Khan did after he lost a few times, put himself together and, you know, become world champ again. So I think Price, he's got a good chance of coming back. Yeah,
definitely. Obviously, you know, there's always been a little bit of talk over the last 12 months or so, or maybe last 6 months, about a possible fight down the line for you and Price. Do you think, you know, with his recent loss, unless he gets himself back up to that level, that's a fight that's more or less out of the window?
You never know, do you? You never know. I think it would have been great, because if you think about it, Commonwealth British this year, if everything goes to plan, Price wins the European, it sets up a good fight for next year. So kind of, it was making sense at one point, and then after that loss that he took, it's kind of put it on the back burner a bit. But I can't really say now, because you know, all I've had to focus on is Cornish at the minute, and then December 12th, providing I get past Cornish. But in the distant future, yeah, it was in the pipeline, but I don't know what the plan is anymore.
Yeah.
No one knows what he's doing himself, if he's going to stay around or not.
Exactly.
You know.
I spoke to Derek Chisora a couple of weeks ago, and I think he's planning on going to take on Tebba for the European title. So again, possible fight for the future, but obviously you can't look past Cornish or Dylan.
Yeah, exactly, and yeah, Chisora's still in the mix as well. He's taken a few losses and managed to bounce back.
Mm.
You know, there's not one heavyweight, I don't think, in history that hasn't had a loss on his record or been knocked out. It's heavyweight boxing, so Price is just following in the footsteps.
Yeah.
So I'm not here to write Price off, but it'll be good if he can come back because he makes the division exciting, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So it'll be good if he can get himself together and bounce back.
Definitely, you know, as you've just said there, you know, the UK division alone in the heavyweight division is, you know, a massive hyped up division at the minute, and there's, you know, a lot of good talent in the division. October 24th, Tyson Fury's going out to Germany to take on Klitschko. First of all, you know, what do you make of the fight, Anthony? What do you think it's going to play out like? Do you think Tyson's got a realistic chance of winning, or?
Yeah, in the sense that he's been in the game now 8 years, Fury. He managed to stay undefeated, and he's earned his shot. You know what I mean? He's earned his shot, so I think in that sense he'll have a chance. But then again, Klitschko is who he is. He's the heavyweight champion of the world, one of the longest reigning heavyweight champions of the world, and he don't play games. He's very professional.
Yeah.
You know, you got Fury on the other hand, who very charismatic in that, and then you got Fury, Tyson. You got Klitschko.
Yeah.
Who's straight to the point, no games, comes to get the job done. And that's why I think I like that approach, and that's why I'll go with Vladimir Klitschko as a winner. I can be going out there to spar with him.
Yeah.
As well, yeah. So if we get another interview after September 12th, for like a week or two after, I should be out there. I should have been back. I can give you a bit more information on how sparring went.
Yeah,
That'd
definitely,
be good, yeah.
definitely.
That'd be really good.
Just before we wrap up the interview, one of the guys here today. Let's just have a little zoom in on the T-shirt. AJ, you're too nice.
Hey.
Which, you know, people have said
one of these on it.
It's you to go and show people like you're
anyone
not
else
too
wearing
nice.
it. He's my mate, so you can get away with it.
Okay, mate, well that's it for us today. Thanks a lot for your time, Anthony, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you very much
Thank you.
as well for speaking to you.